In this tutorial, we'll decorate a wooden jewelry box in a shabby chic style. We'll need a blank wooden box. You can buy one in a handmade supply shop. Golden acrylic paint, white ground cover, white glue, acrylic ivory wood finish, fine sandpaper, and a floral pattern in a vintage border or frame decoupage paper napkins. We'll create time-worn areas typical for a shabby chic style that we have chosen for decoration. Add a bit of golden paint along the edges. Paint the inside as well. Decorate the underside. Apply 2 coats of white ground covering the gold too. Begin inside. Close the box after drying and paint the outside. Be careful to make an even white coat. Take floral pattern paper napkins on light background in a vintage golden ornament border or frame. Place the picture on the box lid. Cut out the floral pattern without the ornament frame. We'll need it later. Remove the napkin underlayers, leaving the top one with the picture on it. Cover the lid with glue. Place the floral cutout, attaching it in the center. Smooth the napkin with a soft brush with glue, moving carefully from the center to the edges, trying not to tear the thin layer. Cover the whole surface with the glue. Now, decorate the sides with the golden ornament. Cut out with the proper fragment. Keep in mind to remove the excess layers. Cover the surface with the glue. Don't use too much. Attach the ornament in the same way you did the floral pattern. Now, we can start creating faux time-worn effects typical for a shabby chic style. Cut off a small piece of sandpaper. Smooth the golden box edges. You should be very careful not to overdo it. Use the sandpaper little by little until the golden coat appears. Add a vintage effect using acrylic ivory wood finish. Keep in mind you shouldn't close the box until it's dry. Continue finishing the outside when the inside coat is completely dry. This vintage shabby chic jewelry box will keep your trinkets and become a cute element of your interior design. In this video, we'll show how to make a romantic decoupage padlock-shaped doorknob hanger. We'll need a decoupage paper napkin, twine, a wooden padlock, ribbon, white acrylic paint, wood finish, white glue, and a hot glue gun. Take a wooden padlock and cover it with a ground coat using a sponge. Remove the 2 underlayers from the decoupage paper napkin, leaving the top one with the picture on it. See how the ornament fits the lock. Tear off the proper piece. And another one for the other side. Mix white glue and water half and half. Attach the napkin to the lock. Cover over it with the glue mixture. Carefully dab with a sponge or a cloth to remove bubbles and smooth the surface. Tear off the excess. Cover the lock with the glue mixture again. Define a keyhole using a brush. Repeat for the other side. Add some brown acrylic paint to the sponge and distress the lock. Cover the craft with wood finish. Take a ribbon and tie a bow. Attach it to the center of the lock using a hot glue gun. Pass twine through a hole and tie a knot. Let it dry. Done! This charming lock-shaped doorknob hanger will add romance to your interior. Today we'll show how to turn an ordinary flower pot into a gorgeous decoupage design element. Before the beginning, ensure the pot surface is dry, clean, and free of labels. Prepare the ground coat. Pour 1 portion of water, add the same quantity of white water-based paint, and white glue. Mix with a brush. Add blue gouache. Then red. We should get a soft lilac shade. Apply the ground coat with a brush. Leave the top edge and bottom unpainted. When dry, add another coat. Take a decoupage napkin. Choose the lilac fragment you like. Cut out with the scissors. Remove extra layers, leaving the top one with the picture on. Choose where you want to place the image. Cover the place with white glue. Use a brush. Attach the napkin. Cover the picture with the glue, moving the brush from the center towards the edges. Be careful not to tear the thin paper while smoothing the wrinkles. Adhere another fragment next. Place a couple more of the lilac pictures. If you are going to put the pot outside, cover it with a transparent lacquer. You don't need it for an inside use. Let's embellish the top of the pot. Cover it with a milk shade cotton lace. Use a hot glue gun. Fold the end inside to look neat. Attach the lace, adding the hot glue in equal intervals. Fold the other end inside as well. Let's conceal the junction. Attach a thin satin ribbon of a soft lilac shade. Shape petals to form a lilac flower. Hot glue a big lavender lilac bead in the center. Attach small wooden beads around. Let's look at what we have. Cool! The cute lilac flower pot decorated in decoupage technique will perfectly embellish your terrace or kitchen. Our tutorial is about how to make a decoupage wall clock from a vinyl record. Begin by working with the vinyl. You can buy it at a flea market or in a special shop. Add some water to the central paper circle and remove it. Take a fine sandpaper to smooth the surface to get an even paint coat. Cover with a ground coat. When the first layer is dry, add another one to cover the black vinyl. Let it dry. Start the decoupage. Choose a napkin with a picture of a nice house. Cut out the image. Remove the excess layers, leaving the top one with the picture. Cover the surface with white glue. Attach the napkin moving from the center to the edges. Coat with glue using a soft brush. Let it dry. Cut off the excess, adding 1/2 inch extra napkin around the edges. Glue the edges onto the back. Make the background correspond with the picture's colors. Use gouache. Paint the sky in dots. The gouache becomes lighter when it dries. Don't be afraid, it will return to the original color. Cover the picture surface with transparent lacquer. Add several coats until the napkin's edges become nearly even with the vinyl surface. Smooth the clock using fine sandpaper. Cover with the finishing lacquer coat. Let it dry. Add the numbers. Use a compass. Divide the circle into 4 equal parts. Use a ruler. The number 12 should be placed on top over the house. Make Roman numerals from a thin black ribbon. Cut a piece equal to the number's height. Fray check the edges and attach with white glue. Make other number elements in the same way. Now we need a clockwork with hands. You can remove it from an old clock. Carefully put it into the central hole on the back. Make the hole bigger using a knife if needed. Attach the clockwork with a screw nut on the front side. Put on the hands. Attach a metal ring on a piece of ribbon on the back behind the number 12. Use a hot glue gun. The festive vinyl record wall clock is ready. This exclusive accessory will become a wonderful interior decoration. Today, we'll craft a handmade vintage photo album using a decoupage method. Decorate the album with old newspapers. To keep the pages clean, wrap them into plastic wallets at the beginning and at the end. You don't need to cover the middle pages. We prepared a mixture of water, white glue, and white water-based paint at the ratio of 8 parts water, 3 parts glue, and 1 part paint, and put small pieces of torn newspaper into it. Let the paper soak for several minutes. Pull out the pieces of paper and remove the excess water. Attach them to the album cover. Fold the even paper edge overlapping the back of the cover across the edge. Flatten carefully. Place other pieces in the same way. Cover the whole surface evenly in a single layer. Let it dry. Now, start the decoupage. Take a napkin with the Eiffel Tower image and a light background. Cut out the proper fragment with scissors closer to the image outline. Find the right place at the center of the cover to attach the picture. Cut off the excess. Remove the excess napkin layers, keeping the covering one with the picture on it. Coat the album cover with glue using a soft brush. Place the napkin in the center, flattening carefully. Cover the napkin with the glue brushing from the center to the edges. Coat the whole picture surface. When the glue is dry, decorate the back of the cover with a romantic poem. Cut it out from the same napkin. Remove the excess layers. Find the place for the poem and decorating curls. Coat the cover with glue. Attach the images, flattening carefully. Add another coat of glue. Let it dry. Add some vintage features. We've decorated the slipcase in the same decoupage technique. Cover it with an ivory white lacquer. It will give the slipcase an old-fashioned look. Coat the album with the lacquer as well. Let it dry. Add a bright accent using a thin red ribbon. Fray check the sides. Attach the ribbon across the slipcase's bottom edge. Cut off the excess. Attach another piece, leaving a loose end for a bow. Attach the ribbon to the other slipcase sides. Glue the ends inside. Tie a bow. Glue and press over. The festive vintage photo album with an image of a romantic symbol of Paris will keep the best moments of your life. It will perfectly decorate your bookshelf or become a wonderful gift for a close friend. In this tutorial, we'll show how to decorate a vintage photo frame in decoupage technique. We'll need water, wood frame, white glue, a brush, a decoupage paper napkin, and a cup to mix glue and water. Start by making the decoupage glue. Just mix white glue with water half and half. Remove the back cover. We've prepared a decoupage napkin by removing extra layers, so we've left the upper layer with the picture on. Choose the pattern fragment. Attach the napkin to the frame. Cover it with the glue mixture using a brush. Move from the center to the edges. Carefully pull the edges to avoid wrinkles. You can tear off the excess napkin with the brush. Be careful not to remove too much, gluing the edges if needed. Leave some part of the frame uncovered. Carefully glue the edges. We've applied the decoupage technique as a basic way to decorate the frame. Now we'll need acrylic paints. Take cranberry and black colors and squeeze the paint into a cup. Lay a protecting cover. Take the brush and mix the paint to get a deep cranberry shade. Add the paint to the inner and outer frame edging. Touch the napkin to create a smooth color transition. We are actually distressing the frame. We do need this effect to make a true vintage frame. Paint the wood sides thoroughly. We've finished with the decoupage part. Let's decorate the rest. Cover the wood surface with a thick coat of white glue. Keep in mind the protecting cover. Add some glue to the neighboring decoupage part. Cover the sides carefully. Attach a dark piece of natural or imitation leather. Pull up well and smooth, pressing over the sides. Add glue to the back of the frame. Pull well and attach the leather. You can smooth it with a ruler. Cut off the excess. Use a craft knife and a ruler. Use clothespins to fasten the corners. When the glue is dry, cut off the excess leather at the corners. Let's make the inner edging neat. Make 3 small cuts on the leather. Smooth to see the frame edge. Make another diagonal cut to the corner. Fold the leather to cover the sides. Repeat for the other side. Cover the back of the frame and leather with the glue. Cut off the excess. Add some more glue. Attach the leather to the sides. Press down with the back cover to fasten well. Add some glue to the leather and napkin border. Attach a gray fabric piece to cover the junction. Cut off the excess. Cut out the second piece. Add glue to the other border. Attach the cloth. Hammer a few nails in the fabric part for extra embellishment. Remove the back cover and decorate the back of the frame. Take cranberry pink cardstock. Cover the frame surface with white glue. Thoroughly attach the cardboard. Smooth well using a piece of thick cardstock. Cut off the excess. Cut out the inner part. Put the back cover in. This leather photo frame will be a stylish interior decoration or a perfect gift for a vintage lover. Leave your comments. Subscribe to our channel to find lots of unique interior design ideas.